Hey guys. Okay, let's carry on making this character decent. It has recently come to my attention that I probably should level up my glyphs a whole lot more. So that was dumb. I went to that city specifically because I had a quest to turn in, and I ended up not turning it in. So yeah, not the brightest thing we've done all day, but hey, we should get that whisper, so like it's not a big deal. I mostly want offensive aspects. I really want to replace my what do you call it, this aspect. I think it's very important that I replace it with something better. The question is, will I find something better to replace it with?
Not in town.
Do I have resistances I didn't get? 1.5, 3, 3.5. So yes, I do. Did I have resistances here? I'm pretty sure I did. So I need a bit more strength, and I will have even more resistances from both of these. Wait, what? This one is fine, but this is not. And that is fine. This is not. I mean, it's dex. I just take it for quality dexterity, but meh. I don't really care about maximum resource all too much. This is also, so basically we need to get to this res is ASAP. You don't have res, right? Or just DR while moving. I'll take the movement speed instead. And we don't have dex. Yeah, we have in healing received, bone damage, crit damage, big damage, small damage, all damage. Anyways, don't need that. No. Only thing I'm looking for to replace my current gloves is why does it feel like aspects are weighted towards being trash now? Is it just me? Anyways, doesn't matter much. So we're going to go back to World Tier 3, and we're going to level up our glyphs a whole lot more, because we need it. We need to also level up a whole lot more, as I'm of the assumption that, I mean, getting all these things will in fact get me what I want, which is to not feel like I'm doing ZDPS in the world tier. Oh Jesus Christ, what is this lag? Where can I see my ping? Jesus, what is this? Midday hunt. Nothing special about you. I'm gonna destroy you. I think I already have a few midday hunts. This is my first breath. Terrible, resolve, gen. Going to keep this. I feel like the uniques I've also been getting and I almost kind of weighted towards rings. Not that I mind. I think the rings are kind of cool. Anyways, did we do the raid? This is 3 days left, so we have 3 days. So we have 3 days until we have to going to just be running a whole lot of the pits, probably like pit 45 or something, just to get some levels on our glyphs. I think I'm going to do this until I get one more glyph to a bigger size, or until I can fit in an exploit glyph, that is. Because like right now they are 15/80 or something. I think the max level for glyphs are 80. and they're level 15. You know, that's probably not nearly enough, which is the realization I came to. So it's like I might as well just put the time in to making sure I have the proper setup, because I have been doing a whole bunch of like different shits in like world tier, you know, getting updo sites, yada yada yada. Might as well take the time to make sure my glyphs are leveled a bit. The fuck is this? The Undercity. Oh, there's a bounty for it. Okay then, we're gonna do it. Why are there two symbols for it? I would go for this guy, which is legendary. It gives ancestral legendaries. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save it. Instead, we're going to go for something that gives, let's say, masterwork materials. I'm going to have bargain. Legendaries with flat core stat affix when possible. Primary resource resistance. More weapons. I think more weapons is not a bad idea. But yeah, I kind of want offensive legendaries. So like just stuff. I really want to get a better explode rune.
Not ready yet.
Like this is more what I want it to feel like.
Need more time.
One thing that's not helping me too is I don't know what to expect when it comes to like damage numbers and whatnot. Like right now, you all see how I'm shredding, like, you know,
Not ready yet.
how I'm shredding in Torment 2, Undercity, yada yada, but like it's nowhere near this good in what's his face. It's nowhere near this good in
Not ready.
where did that big guy go? Bruh.
Not ready yet.
And if I had to prioritize any one affix, I guess it might as well be CSC. Like might as well be.
Need more time.
Just heal me. Thank you very much. I was gonna say my sword cooldown is as low as that.
Need more time.
Then I realized that it isn't. I feel like it's that low. It's the buff.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Thank you very much. And then we have the last floor where I would have to get, I think, the remaining ranks.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
I'm still very worried about what this build looks like in a single target environment. Like it still kind of worries me because if I use all my cooldowns in a single target environment, I don't think I don't heal for nearly as much, I should say. But I guess we'll find a way somehow. Cause like right now I feel very fine. Even if my health goes a bit like below max health, it's fine because I know I'm going to heal so long as I'm fighting. My ulti is healing me, my passive is healing me, my secondary passive, that is. But the secondary passive is only here until I get Ebewaka. And honestly, it can technically stay even with Ebewaka, because with Ebewaka, we would have 60% on the max roll of the aspects. That's a bug, by the way. The fact that I can drink.
No death as intimately as I. This will be a good fight.
Dead. Nice, an upgrade. Yeah. Dex, max life, fire res, Dex, armor, lightning res, CSD, gorilla, no. Anyways, so now we've done the whisper. Now we just need to spam the pit on repeats. I was thinking pits 45, but in reality, I probably should go for slightly higher A. Like, I think I can do 50 on repeats. The question is, how quick am I clearing it? So I guess what I'll do is I'll clear 50, see how fast it was, And if I need to go down a few tiers, I'll go down a few tiers. I just want to speed run it to essentially give myself a whole lot of, and I think I'll prioritize the CSD glyph, by the way, because CSD is just important. I can't move. What is up with, is it my connect? Oh, it is my connection. Never mind. We have red on stream.
Not in town.
Fun stuff.
Wouldn't mind a rest.
At least we're back to green. Hope you guys can hear me. Let's hope for no lag. Oh, ward boss in 40 something. It just means for that ward boss, we're going to have to switch to Torment 3 to do it. Speaking of switching to Torment 3, should I do Realm Walker? I really wouldn't mind doing it. Right now, what is the thing I want the most? I want a lot of gold. I don't think I have the most gold, and I would like more gold. Besides gold, there's herbs. I don't have enough herbs right now, enough materials. So I'll prioritize. If I had to, what would I prioritize for seeding opals from the Realm Walker? I really want to do Realm Walker. Let's do Realm Walker. Wherever you are. There's Legion. Not too interested in Legion. Surely I can find Realm Walker. Yeah. There is no real close waypoints. Okay, BRB, I need to pee and we have red again. Oh god. This is gonna be quite the stream, eh? This is not how I would have liked my connection to be today, but give me a second. I'm gonna go pee. Hopefully this fixes itself and we'll go for Realm Walker, then do some pit pushing. Okay, we're back. Oh, nice. So connection is also back, or at least it's on thick green. So let's hope it stays that way. Bruh. Bruh, what is this? What am I getting stuck on? Jeez. What is even going? How long do we have? Oh, fuck. We have 14 seconds.
Need more time.
Can you move faster when we're not sprinting, please? Let me see. Is keyboard still just straight up faster than controller? I think it still is. But at least the difference doesn't seem to be as bad as before. Yeah, like in situations like this, I wouldn't be surprised if I run out of...
Not ready.
Why did my ulti not go off there? If I run out of Touch of Death Swarms, because I'm like, everybody around me is killing very quick. So I get it. But when I'm solo and we have a 68% chance to reinfect, but I run out, I don't get that one.
Quite the challenge.
Unless them... There's no universe where them critting makes them expire, right? Like, that is not something that would realistically happen, right? Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna swap out the aspects. This guy, I'll probably swap out this one, introduction, so that I'm not reliant on resolve, because right now my resolve gen is not the best. So what happens is, what ends up happening is, with my current resolve gen, I'll end up taking damage, not having resolve, not having block chance via it. And well, because I don't have block chance, I'm not gaining any, or because I don't have resolve, I'm not getting any benefit from that node in particular. Now, of course, there are certain moments when I don't take damage where I do get a lot of benefit from it. But if I were to, I would have to scale like dodge chance to properly use resolve in that way, which I technically can, but I don't want to.
Need more time.
Dodge chance would help. Don't get me wrong, it would help. Materials or equipment or gold. What? How much gold do I have? How much gold? I'll go materials. I'll go materials until I feel like I don't have material issues, and just so whenever I'm playing the game, I can always just pop a quick material opal, and eventually I'll get to the point where I think I have a decent chunk of rawhide and iron chunks, and you know, maybe that would be enough, but for now we don't have nearly enough. This is how I imagine the build playing, by the way, in like higher world tiers. Just self-propagating themselves. I mean, like without any effort from me, because they are infecting themselves, they are critting by themselves, and as such they would be popping by themselves. And then I don't mind, of course, using Touch of Death manually whenever I can, but I don't want to have to do it, if that makes sense. So then my job would be, oh my lord, can I move? Oh shit. No, sorry.
Need more time.
So can someone explain to me how, if this is how much damage I am doing in Torment 2, how do I feel like I'm ZDPS in Torment 3? Is the difference in health that much? Like, Jesus. I guess it is. I guess it is. So let me see something. This is very important information for me. The swarm expires or the host dies, hatches and 6 enemies for this, dealing this damage per hit. So it basically does a percent of the original hits damage. So by scaling the original hits, it would then be multiplied by a lot. Okay. By a lot when it comes to this guy over here. The Butcher's Cleaver. Oh. Okay. Nice. I got the Butcher's Cleaver.
Not ready.
Can I also say I kind of really hate missing? Oh my lord. I was gonna say I really hate missing with my attack, but it's so easy too when it comes to controller. So I'm just going to lock on to people.
Not ready yet.
The problem is when you lock onto someone and then it flies across the room because they just died. That is where the problem lies. Oh, nice. That's a lot of seeding opals. Jeez. Oh, shit. I got like 5 or 6. Not bad. Take it. So yeah, like now I feel comfortable enough to just spam it. So once I think I have enough materials, then I'm going to pivot more towards maybe gold, or actually boss materials is what I'm actually thinking. With boss materials, I should be able to get a ton of them. then the idea would just be have as many compasses, have as many different boss materials as you can have. Then when I get to Torment 4, I'm going to like put them on the rotation and just send them. Truck. Actually, before I go anywhere, if I forget, let's just yoink, yoink. Oh shit, this is a perfect one. Oh, that is huge. That is nice. I think that's huge. Metamorphosis, it's okay. Move speed, attack speed, poison res. Don't need this. Lucky hits, dex. Dinga. And then Butcher's Cleaver we just put in there. Another realm walkers spawning. Is that how often realm walkers come? Because like I do remember some points where there were no realm walkers. So if there's always a realm walker going, then I don't need to worry about it too much. But yeah, I do remember many some points in time where there were no realm walkers. So I wonder what was going on then. I wonder. So again, we're going to start with okay, 49. We're going to do 49s. I'm going to see how 49s feel. But now I think masterworking I'm happy with. I just need the socket levels. Or not, my glyph levels rather. Speed wise, it's not too bad. Not obviously not as fast as like outside the pits, but I think that's just the nature of the pit, right?
Need more time.
Am I lag? Fuck, I'm lagging.
Not ready yet.
Okay, connection is back at the very least. How on earth did I manage to miss in a crowd that thick? Can someone explain to me how? The answer is actually very simple. I just end up targeting someone who, well, I end up targeting someone who's about to blow up, and then they blow up, and then of course nothing happens afterwards.
Not ready yet. Not ready. Need more time.
Yeah. I wanna beeline it here, then link up here, then
Need more time. Need more time.
you know, one thing that might actually be another issue with the build, or one thing that might actually be another issue, it's that it's very likely that touch of death can only like target one person at a time. Like the pulse it is doing is not counted
More time.
towards the reinfection. It's just those he directly hits, because there are two portions to the swarms. There's the hit and then there's the pulse, because of the upgrade I went. The pulse I don't think is considered a hit for the purpose of reinfecting. I think it's genuinely just the auto attack, and if it's just the auto attack, then yeah, the clouds are infecting one thing at a time and not multiple, which is a shame. But does that mean, okay, I think, yeah, I think I might need to just reevaluate my mindset on I guess how it works. But because what I've been thinking about is, oh, if let's say there's one or there's three, you know, maximum, and then I critical hits anybody, the one that is infecting a new person, like let's say there are two enemies, one I'm focusing and one that I'm not. The one I'm focusing is infected, while the other one, let's say, is also infected. They're both infected. Person A, who I am focusing, takes a crit, but person B was infected first. The way in my mind it works is a crit is just going to end all dot effects, make them do damage instantly, and the infection pops from person B, even though person B didn't take a crit. But it's very possible that the person who is infected has to be the one to take a crit for the purpose of my keystone, which would make it a bit awkward to use, especially when relying on like minion AI. But it's possible. Okay, so let's read this. Your critical strikes cause your poisoning on an enemy to burst. Oh, yeah, so it's only on the enemy you crit that it bursts on, I assume. Yeah. So basically the person who is being focused by my swarms has to be the person being critted, which is fine, because if my swarms are critting themselves, then they would hit, infect, crit, they would instantly remove the dot effect of the thing. It creates its own swarm, and then the older swarm gets popped because of it, doing damage wherever it was. And then rinse repeats. But if, let's say, person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, 1 got infected by one swarm, 2 got infected by swarm 2, 3 got infected by swarm 3, nobody's on 4. 1 is the oldest, and let's say 3 pops his, 3 does a crit, pops his. Oh wait, let me actually finish this. I'll finish my chain of thoughts.
Not ready. Not ready.
Yeah. Is this the CSD one? By scaling base damage of this guy, of the poison effect of this swarm, the explosion is going to do even more damage. So this is not a bad idea to do first. And then CSD is also not a bad idea. We'll see. Okay. Okay, so like I said, swarm 3 crits person 3 and pops the infection instantly. Now, number 1 just got replaced because it's the oldest, and a swarm arises on person 3 because that's where it was popped. But person 1 could still be alive and now not infected, or will still be infected too, because there might not be a swarm hitting him, but there was still the dots, right? So that one would eventually become a swarm, and then number 2 would get exploded because of it and still infected. 3 gets exploded, yada yada. Either way, all this to say that they should be able to self-propagate themselves and pop themselves, or pop creating new ones, because aggro is a thing, and I assume they aggro just like minions would. So instead of going for resolve to give me block chance or whatever, I have 2 options here. Since block chance is directly giving me CSD, critical strike damage, I can just get flat block chance of an aspect, which would give me,
But I did miss civilization.
that would give me, where is it? Here. This would in turn, by just getting flat out block chance, I'd be giving myself CSD, but 10% at the current rate is 5% CSD. 5% multiplicative CSD is important to have the multiplicative. I guess something else I could be doing is trying to scale my dodge chance So I dodge a whole lot more. What is my current dodge chance? It's probably not high. 14%. It's almost a 1 in 5. 14 minutes until world boss. It's almost a 1 in 5. Dex, armor, move speed. Okay.
Need something forged?
Realistically, even if I got to like a 50% dodge chance, then yes, it would be worth it. If I got to 30%, it's like, is it worth it? I think you would have to get to decent levels of dodge chance to be able to reliably use this. I guess what I could also do is I could just hang back at this thing. Is even if I hang back at the start of a dungeon, all it takes is like a round of attacks to remove all the resolve, unless I do something by my resolve generation to where I always have max resolve. Like back when I was spamming Stinger and I had the resolve for resource above a certain level, I would always have max resolve. So unless there is a way to, there's a way I'm sleeping on or getting resolve. %6 chance to not be removed. To addiction. I'd have to use this. Non-basic mobility skill grants resolve. But that's not reliable because it has to be a mobility skill, and I don't use mobility skills that often. So I guess if I really wanted to, what I would have to do is have affixes for resolve gen like I had here. But I replaced the resolve one with total armor. %3 resolve is still 21% chance to block, which in and of itself is like 10% multiplicative CSD right now. Because without this, like just look at this. If I take this guy off, I have this bonus is 281. But it might not actually work in town. It's probably not working in town. Yeah, it's not working in town. Easiest way to show this is there's a world boss in 11. I guess I could do a pits in 10 minutes, right? And we can just stall. Surely we can do a pit in 10 minutes. What am I saying? Yeah, we should be able to. So yeah. 388, right? As I get more in the way of block chance, this number would skyrocket. You notice for every resolve I'm getting, it's not like I'm getting It's not like I'm getting like what's it called, 7% or 4% CSD for each point of resolve I'm getting. I'm getting like 11, and the reason being is this is multiplicative. And because it's multiplicative, where is it? Because it's multiplicative, it's the sole reason why my CSD is 1500 right now. If I were to just remove this very casually, now my CSD is 935. So as you can see, it's times 1.5 to get the current CSD. So it's multiplicative with my CSD, which is insane. I didn't realize that until I used it. Then when I used it, I was like, oh, makes sense. I'm pretty sure you're a waypoint in and of yourself. Actually, I'm not sure. Nobody walks anymore. You don't say. Why would anyone want to walk when I can just teleport? I'll just do a quick stronghold. That's what I said last time. I'll do a quick stronghold. Unlock your waypoint. Call it a day. Well, Alcarnus. Surely Alcarnus isn't a waypoint. There's one that's a waypoint that always bothers me. It's this guy over here. Yeah, let's do that guy. Yeah, let's do that guy. He is more bothersome because when the war boss is in a different place, like just north of this fortress stronghold, it's a lot harder to get to because I have to ride further. I have to come here first. So let's go fix that. But one thing I really need to figure out on my current build is crit chance. What is the easiest way for me to get 100% crit chance?
Need more time.
I'm thinking it might be using counterattack and a Jaguar. Counterattack and a Jaguar glyph. That might be an easy way to skill some. That might be an easy way to scale whatchamacallit. Another easy way for me to do it is the offensive aspect for eagles. Eagle primary. Good luck not dying. One thing I also say, I'm not the biggest fan of the way Diablo's I guess loot sometimes just keeps endlessly pouring, where as I just rather have it just pop. Like, give me all of it at once. Don't make me wait for it like now. I don't want to wait for it. All right, We have 5 minutes until then. Do I have a different stronghold that bothers me? None that bothers me too much. But we can speak to Ormus. If I went Eagle, what are the problems with that versus Gorilla? Number one, I wouldn't benefit from unyielding hits. And without unyielding hits, the point of, I guess, without unyielding hits, the weapon damage that my Touch of Death uses is a lot lower. But that's not really, that's a negative, but it's not really negative because I want to be more passive while the swarms themselves are the ones doing the damage, which means if I want to be more passive, then I can't be trying to use a skill every, you know, X amount of time to make every less than 3 seconds so that it permanently stays up.
Ormus knows, for Ormus also watches the tree. But Ormus sees Hell's constant invasions of Sanctuary as well. We must be vigilant. Venture to where the Hell tide rises. Dispatch the leaders. Claim the spoils of war.
Yeah, but I've done Hell tides. What does he want me to do? Open tortured gifts and slay a blood maiden. How long is this Helltide going to be on for? Okay, I can do it. I can do it. Okay. So we're just going to go to the maiden. We already have 3 hearts. We just toss it in, kill the maiden. Then... No, okay, wait. No, let me think. If I go Ebewaka and I don't go Gorilla. Ebewaka, no Gorilla. This means I have Eagle primary. So my Touch of Death is an Eagle skill, and as such it has like 30% increased crits once it's hitting a poison enemy, but because it's pulsing, it's always going to be hitting poison enemies, so it's guaranteed to just have 30% increased crit chance. Right now we're looking at a 30% crit chance, give or take. We don't have any greater affixes, but I would like greater affix crit chance, but I can't rely on it per se. So I would like it as much as it can give me, but I don't know how much it can give me. So let's just say we have CSC here, we don't have here. So if we can get another 8%, that puts us at 26, right? 26 plus 8, so that would be 34. Do we have CSC here? Yes, we do. So CSC is in 1, 2, 3. Can be here, 4. Can technically be here. Would I put it on my amulets? Let me see. Diablo 4, D4 builds. D4 builds. How long? 1 minute. I got time. I have cooldown reduction, dex, and CSC. Yes. So let's say that's another 8%. So that puts us at 40-ish%. No greater affixes involved. 40-ish%. Then 30% from being Eagle. Being an Eagle skill would put us at 70%. So now we still need 30%. Where can I get 30% from? If I looked on the Paragon and I typed Jaguar, Dealing damage with Jaguar skills increases your crit chance by 10 by +1 for 6 seconds up to 10. Okay, so it can be an Eagle skill and a Jaguar skill. So if I go Eagle, then I have the 30%, which is just better than that 10%. Unless I have like a Jaguar skill that's almost like a dot. Unless that's the case, in which case, you know, that works. I like how my health is just moving all over the place. It's gonna dip now though.
Hello.
You're dead.
Need more time.
Executes.
Not ready.
Okay. Where can I get the remaining 30% from? 30%, where can I get it from? Most people are capping their crits via uniques like Banished Lord. I don't have that luxury. Just have to figure out some other way. I guess I do have some crit chance I can get on the tree, on the Paragon board. Where can I get crit chance? I know there's crit chance here. So if Jesus Christ. Okay, no, this bonus move speed, that's the bonus. Okay, I was like, is this how much I need to get for? Nah, it's for move speed. Speaking of, where are the places where I have res? I need 360 res strength for it. 380 and 340 strength. So I'm going to need a whole lot of strength. Safe to say, I am here. 9% dodge chance. Just pure 9% dodge chance. That'll put me at 23% dodge chance. If I get rings can hold offensive, so let's do that. +2 to rake. It's gonna take some literal next level stuff. Max life, move speed, poison res. My pet just trying their best. Just trying their best. Dex, dots, poison res. 25% conceited, that's nice. Is the cap for non-ancestral? Ferocity. Isn't there an aspect that makes you gain resolve whenever you would gain ferocity? I feel like I remember seeing that. Let me check. Ferocity. Why did this one show up here? It has to be unique then. What could it be? When you would take direct damage, it is instead distributed as poison over the next 10 seconds but increased. Lucky hit direct damage has chance to be based off on your poison life. Percentage to inflict an enemy with touch or death. Wait, what? When you would take this, it is instead distributed as poisoning damage over the next 10 seconds but increased by 30%. You have a lucky hits. Direct damage has up to 25% chance based on your poison life percentage to infect an enemy with touch or death. If you have a large chunk of poison, any direct damage source, including your ulti, can have a 25% chance of inflicting touch or death. That is actually a pretty decent unique. That just had to be lucky hits. So not the best, but still it ranks to touch or death, ranks to nourishment, and that ranks to anti-venom. If I had to duplicate this tab and see what those passives are. Nourishment especially, I'm not entirely sure what it does. Again, it's nourishment, anti-venom. Anti-venom is probably here. Oh, so this is anti-venom, poison res. Nourishment is the healing is increased, poisoning damage is increased by whatever, which would also increase touch of death's base damage, and then ranks to touch of death. Okay. So then by ulting, I would also be infecting enemies with touch of death, which also has the same effect as when they reinfect. So I guess it's a decent unique I could also use. It's good to know. Protection of the after moving, dodge chance. While moving, you gain 30% dodge chance. So there's one unique I can just have that will give me 30% dodge chance after moving. I mean, it's not bad per se, but I wouldn't use it. So it's none of the armor pieces for uniques. It's not an amulet. I don't think it's a ring. While you have at least 4 ferocity, you gain this. Gaining ferocity also grants. That's the one. It's Peacemonger's Signet. That gives you ferocity. That gives you resolve when you gain ferocity. Which means, with that in mind, if I were to use, instead of infestation, I were to go Peacemonger's Signet. That's the guy right there. That's the culprit. We got him. You know, a wise man once said something. What did the wise man once say? And then I would just have to switch this to Jaguar. So then we'd be gaining ferocity. So I think we have a max of what, 4 or 5 ferocity by default. I think default is 4. So we would gain 5 ferocity. The problem is, oh, I see what the problem with this is. The problem with this is once you're done gaining ferocity, you don't gain resolve, right? Which means it means it's not the best solution.
Not in town.
Build crafting in D4 is like fishing in a rain puddle. Is that still true for the current version of D4? Is it now a pond? I disagree. I would say there's definitely build crafting. Now, it is not even like 1% of the amount of like creativity you can have in PoE, but it is to the point where, for example, my current build, no one has made what I have in mind, which is people have made Touch of Death, but Touch of Death has 2 components. It has the, when you hit it, it infects. Then when the infection is done, it creates the swarm. And then when my build is surrounding getting that swarm to explode for increased damage, which is what the regular Touch of Death build does. But the Touch of Death build, what it does is you're constantly spamming Touch of Death to keep overwriting it, to keep making it, to keep critting, which would in turn keep popping. Because you crit, you end the effect early, which in turn makes it so it explodes, which in turn, you know, it's basically you hit, you crit, you end it, it explodes. That's the cycle for the regular Touch of Death. I want to use the swarm to self-propagate the infection. So what is going to happen is the swarm hits, the swarm is going to self-propagate itself, but I have to jump through different hurdles than that other build, because that other build is like you said, it's like fishing it. It's yes, it's like a pond where it's like there's a unique that was created where it's like Touch of Death can become a core skill, but that unique makes it so the core skill, you know, is no longer a core skill. It's not a basic skill as well as a core skill. It doesn't cost vigor, and when you hit, because it no longer consumes your resource, if you use the skill while on full vigor, you gain benefits. So now what are the benefits? The benefits are you ignore the downside, and downside of the unique is when you don't have full essence or when you don't have full resource, it does, I think, like 30% less damage and yada yada. When it's full essence, it does the hit with its full damage, but increased size, and it's a guaranteed overpower or something like that. So you want to have it consume all your essence, and you want to generate the essence back, and then you want to have it do that all over again, so you have more damage overall. And then they use an amulet to guarantee they get crit chance if they spend an amount of resource. So then I think they just try to get to that amount of max resource to where they're just ping-ponging their resource bar. It gets empty, it's a guaranteed crit and overpower that, and then they regen their resource in like a hit, like literally the next hit, and then they empty it again, and so rinse repeats. That is how that build plays. So again, my current one is going to be kind of similar but very different in how I'm approaching it. It's going to be the swarms crits, which means I can't use that because I'm not going to be spending as much vigor, which means I have to figure out crit chance, I have to figure out all these other things. But when it's done, I'm not going to be spamming the Touch of Death like they are. I would probably just have to use it once and then they take over, because I use it once, it upgrades the swarm infects, crits, ends the infection duration, and then creates its own swarm, and then they keep overwriting each other, exploding. And I also have a bigger explosion multiplier because I'm using this. So, but yeah, it's like odds are whatever idea you have, somebody else is building something similar, even if it's not like a content creator, yada yada. Like it's not the tools, the sandbox you have is not that insanely big, but it's big enough to where you have some agency in creating it. Does that make sense? That is how I see it anyways. That is how I see it. It's like my first build. That is also something I tried to do where it just didn't work out. But if there were no bugs creating that situation, that would be a build in and of itself. And same thing where my second build, if there were no bugs, it might have been a successful build. That would have been that in and of itself. So like, there are tools. It's not like it was when it was released, where it's like practically no tools. It's just the exact same thing, but maybe different paragon. It's not the same way, but it is not perfect either. It is not that big either. So if I had to use your analogy of a pond, it could be a big pond, I guess. You could say it's a big pond. This dodge chance is kind of looking good. Anyways, I wanted to try that. So let's go with Peacemonger's Signet. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Midday Hunt. Peacemonger's Signet. There is no universe I don't have Peacemonger's Signet. Jesus, I don't? How? First Bread, Midnight Sun, Midday Hunt, Wound Drinker. Bruh, how? How have I not gotten this amulet? Oh, can I finally use this? Finally. Don't know why I wasn't able to use the cosmetic before. Okay. Okay. L-Tide ends in 7 minutes. But yeah, that is what I think about it. It's not that great, or it's not that diverse, but it's fine. There's a TLI campfire chat with TLI Dev and Max Show that was very insightful if you're interested. I saw it yesterday. I didn't watch it. I saw it after he went to bed, and I told the other people on Discord, like, oh look, something that Arcane would have wanted to watch. It's quite long though. That's the only thing, but I will probably watch it. What was the TLDR, I guess? I learned a lot about your philosophy as devs and how insane the changes this season really are. I guess I'll check it out. I am honor bound to kill you guys because you knocked me off my horse. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry really. But I'm honor bound. It is what it is.
Not ready.
These guys I got off my horse to hit, so like I don't care. So someone was just waiting in the corner for somebody to bring to bring you hearts. Interesting.
Not ready.
Where is she? Oh, my swarms killed her. Hog. I can do one more.
Need more time.
So there are two different people here, I think. Two different Spiritborn players. Or is it the Quill Volley person that's jaguaring all over the place?
Not ready. Need more time.
Oh, she's still here.
Not ready.
Okay. How insane the changes. This isn't. I binged it. I didn't realize how hard we were getting nerfed. To be honest, and how strong the monsters are getting. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. I guess what I should be doing right now is trying to get an open gift or open weaponry, open chest. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck? Okay, then.
I need more time.
I'm not gonna make it in time now. So thank you. Thank you. Seemingly random mouth spawning from nowhere. Why the fuck does that knock me off my horse? Since when was that a thing? She was dumb. Like, what the hell? Okay. Ooh. Jesus Christ. That was annoying. Anyways, on the topic of torchlights, it doesn't surprise me that we're getting nerfed by quite a bit and they're getting quite a bit stronger. I just hope they don't overdo it. We don't need it. We don't need what I assume is the Lake of Calandra phenomenon in torchlight, you know. We don't need that. So let's hope we don't get literally another Lake of Calandra. And it's ironic too, because other viewers said the interface for the season mechanic looks like Lake of Calandra, the tile set thing. I don't fully agree. I think there are some similarities for sure, but I think that's it. Torchlight has a lot of interfaces like Mistfield that have that similarity. You know. So I need to get peacemongers, pretty much. I need to get peacemongers, signets. Fun fact: I couldn't see where the blacksmith was, so I was relying on like the sound to follow to where he was, because I could hear the anvil. I think that's a little detail that actually is pretty good. I can actually follow the sound to find him. Isn't it crazy how far technology has come, where you can do that, where you can actually pinpoint, like follow a sound to something.
I hope whatever's here puts up a good.
Not ready yet.
Not the full story because it's a TLDR, but we lost a lot of power in hero relics and the revamp of traits and even some crafting power. Okay. So where are we gaining some of this power from, or back from? Is it like just, are they relying on T-Gem to give us some of the power we once had, or what is going on there? Because like the previous hero I guess trade system with the, do we still have divinity cards? Like, are divinity cards still in the game the way they were before? Getting the shit on in the new trans gems. Okay. I mean, so long as there's still some way to, I guess, get the power back, I'm fine. Like, it's not like we just got nerfed and nothing we can do about it. We're now trash. Everything is harder just so it takes longer to complete everything. Like, that's I don't think that's the wrong angle they would go, but I really do hope they don't overdo the nerfing part of it. It's a very slippery slope, you know. A lot of support gems as well. I guess what is an example of like one of the impactful support gems we lost? Like one of those support gems that we will actually feel quite a bit.
Need more time.
The main thing is that it's such a roll of to the cost them that there will be time to figure out what's good again. Okay, there will need to be time. Okay. I mean that's always chill. I think that's a good part. That's a good thing for the community overall.
Not ready yet.
Personally, I think it's a good thing. Like I'm still gonna play whatever the fuck I wanna play, but it's a big meta shakeup. Keeps the game fresh.
I need more time.
But yeah, that overall sounds good. I'll probably end up watching the video. I don't know when though. I could try to dedicate some time tomorrow, but you know we're going to be live tomorrow, so I don't know. Maybe it's something. Thing is, I think I don't know that I can watch it on stream, because if I watch it on stream, it's a very, very long thing to watch. How many hours is it? Do you remember? That was a 9 million hits. I can hit for 9 million now.
Need more time.
I didn't change much. I haven't changed much. Huh.
Need more time.
I mean, I guess I've leveled up my glyph, but like, I guess it's that strong. Is the glyph really that strong? I guess we'll see. The bugs are bugging. Maybe they are rearing their heads again. Who knows?
Need more time.
Oh, great. I got my sword off cooldown, like that's what I needed. Yeah.
Not ready.
But like, I don't know how my damage has scaled to the point where I can hit that much. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'll keep leveling my glyph and we'll see just where we end up. It might have been a one-time thing, but I doubt it. Because it even looked like it wasn't an overpowered crit, because if it was, I would understand. Maybe it's a situation of...
Not ready yet.
What could it be? Because it was a single hit. It wasn't like I added multiple numbers and got it. So... Y'all are dead.
Need more time.
Look at that. A nice bug to start the encounter with. Another bug to continue the encounter with. In case you're wondering what the bug I'm running into is, when I use my Touch of Death and then I use my ultimate, it's supposed to reset my ultimate. But for the past 3 ultimates, it hasn't reset it, and I don't know why it's not resetting it. It's meant to reset my Touch of Death, rather. So each time I cast my ultimate right after Touch of Death, it is meant to reset the Touch of Death. That's what I'm trying to say. Finally worked. So that is working. It worked once out of the 4 times I ulted in that fight. It's meant to work every single time. It's not a percent chance, by the way. It's meant to work every single time, but it worked 1 out of 4 times there. So, nice. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Okay, what are you? Nice. We got another dex damage. Meh. You're worse off than what I have. Your crit chance with your Jaguar skills is increased by 4% for each 10% of their missing life. Going up to 22%, so 11% on a non-pull arm. If I put it on my amulet, looking like 15%. So at half health, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So if I put this 11%, that means at half-life, it would be 50% increased chance. So the lower they get, the more likely they are to automatically pop. That kind of defeats the purpose, right? I believe it does. So let's look at this instead. Eagle. Reaper's aspects. If I put this on my amulet, this could give me up to 45% increased critical strike chance against enemies. With 45% increased critical strike chance, plus my 40%, that's near, that's already 95. Okay, we're kind of settled then. This is how we're going to do it in that case. So we're going to go Reapers. Then this is going to be Disobedience. Then we're going to switch you from unyielding hits to something else. Not Scourge. Do we have Vortex? No, not this. I mean, I don't mind you. I don't mind Vortex, but it can only take offensive and utility. This also means we'd be going Eagle, and we Peacemonger's Signet. I have no reason to scale Resolve without that one, so you also can take the back seat. Redirected force is mandatory, but let's see, block. I know there's one that gives like 10% chance to block. This guy. So this is just 10% chance to block. This guy. So I can put that here. Technically. Reactive armor to just get 10% chance to block, which would in turn give me 5% multiplicative increase CSD. So then not 5%, like 7% actually on the end version. Then here there's nothing else relating to touch of death. All right, we already have insatiable. Yeah. What other poison, or I guess what other aspects can I use that would just help me? We are probably not going to have shields at this rate. Yeah, we're not gonna have shields. If we are not going to have shields, then I can go for Edge Master, I guess. Let me see. What can I do now that I'm using an Eagle skill? Not much. Okay, cool. Good to know. Could use Pestilent Swarms technically, but I kind of don't want to. Could use Mystic Circles as well, but I again kind of don't want to. I don't need resources. Unless it's going to directly give me life, I'm not the most interested. I could have a gorilla skill I cast here and there, but this has a 3-second downtime. I just no. I think Edge Masters is just the play. I think so. Spell Soothsayer is also not a bad idea because in theory, my incarnate skill is something that does critical strikes when onto nearby vulnerable enemies. So by using this, it just guarantees we have that vulnerable. Now the killing blow, I don't know if I guess if you're popping the swarm, we would have a killing blow, and with a killing blow that can be echoed as well. So maybe I will use that. I think I will. Or I could use Tormentors, because if I use Tormentors and it allows me to use the Thorns as the Thorns glyph, which would increase the damage they take from me by I think up to 15% multiplicative. I think overall the one that excites me the most is Soothsayer. Spell Soothsayer aspects, and then Reaper, Redirected Force, Reactive Armor for the block chance. So with this 10%, with my base 40%, because I am going a quarter staff, and what else? 45% plus 10%, that's 55%, plus a 10% I get on my tree here. Oh, I haven't updated this. Yeah, it should be like maximum vigor 10%. That equates to 65% block chance. I don't know that there's an easy way to get I don't need to scale armor too much at this point. So there's a universe where we even go Juggernaut here. Whatever helps me cap my armor, I would use it. If Juggernaut is the way, then I use Juggernaut. If I can use Skulls here, then Disobedience is better. But if I can't, then Juggernaut is better. This has resistances on it, so I'll pick up those resistances, and I pick up these resistances. So this is a good board for me. 100% use it. Then, if I were to use Viscous Shield, we have Lightning Res on it. This has Damage Raw Barrier, Armor, Barrier Gen, CSD. Without Gorilla, we basically have no benefit from barriers like this. I need quick access to this and this and this. Do I need you? No. No, I do not. I no longer need you, so I'd probably go Ferocity is fine. I really want to go Centipede, but just nurse my damage with Ebewaka. But if I'm not going, I guess, any form of barrier. If I'm not going any form of barrier, then it just makes sense to do this. Take the 30% damage nerf, but just know a big part of me doesn't want to go Ebewaka anymore. Like a genuine big part of me doesn't want to do it. But I'll just take the 30% nerf. It's still 60% is contributing to me, so that's really big. So yeah, I think I'm fine with this version. On my in-game character, oh, before I forget, I almost didn't do this. So this is down to +1 levels. Okay. The goal is to get this to 45. Then we need to get this. We need to get this to 45. I'm gonna miss having barriers. I think having barriers is actually very comfortable with Jack and Shell. It helps a lot in not feeling like I'm about to die. So is there a source of barriers I can get? Let me see. Barrier. Nope. I can technically have a barrier through this, but it's important to have Reaper's aspect there. Otherwise, there's no point in even doing this, and I should just go Gorilla. But if I was looking for a barrier aspect, there's Protector, which is, I don't like Protector because it's only up half the time. Like it's up 10 seconds, down 10 seconds, 50% uptime, and it's only there when you damage an elite, which is fine. But then there's this one where you just gain chance to gain barrier when you take direct damage equal to 20% of your life. And then we can also just go Forest Power, which is a barrier in and of itself, but it needs a Gorilla skill to be cast. We still have Earthen Bulwark. But I want something that's a bit more reliable. I guess back is kind of reliable. Travel 5 meters, get offering. Yeah, 50 offering. So I just need to travel 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 meters for this to proc my shield. But yeah, instead of you, let's go back and then here we, instead of money, we go you, because it's just more offering per skill cast. Here I don't mind having resolve, but since I'm not going to be getting resolve from anywhere, it might be an angle for drop this, maybe pick up this instead. Wait, this is just 10% dodge chance? So I can pair it with this, with the whole resolve thing to get to 22, 24%, and then 30-something% chance to block. And then with just some scaling, we can easily get to 40, 50% dodge chance, which gives my resolve a fighting chance, but it's a lot of reworking. Yeah, this is fine, having counter attack instead. I do need one more point from somewhere. There. I'm not casting gorilla skills anymore, so we can just remove that real quick. Auspicious would make it so I start the fights with a barrier, which helps for situations where I'm going in between packs, I guess. We'll try it. We'll try Auspicious. We'll even try it in game as well. Should we make the changes in game now? We can still use interdiction to... Okay, no, I really can't, because in that one I have totally dropped resolve, but I technically have dropped resolve since I switched the temper to total armor instead of resolve gen. So, what do we do? What do we do? The armor is not too important, but it is still. We still need to cap our armor regardless. We also have juggernauts here. Okay, I know what to do. I guess what I should do right now, man, let's just make the changes. I want to have the better crit chance. I'm not in a hurry to switch this guy, so I'm going to leave this as centipede. But you are going to go to eagle, which is going to give me some nice movement speed and some vulnerable uptime, which is going to be chill. So let's just quickly rework everything and move on with our life. Our helmet is free, so we're going to leave this here. We have no source of resolve generation, so maybe I won't remove this. So what that means is disobedience is going to move here. Juggernaut is going to move here. That's what it's going to mean. Or disobedience can just move straight to the helmets. Yeah, disobedience goes straight here. Oh. I was like, well, can't I use utility here? Then you're gonna have Reaper. Or it's defensive, offensive. Reaper aspects. How do they pick what has Reaper's aspects and what doesn't? Oh, I only have a 17%. 17 times 1.5 is, I think, plus 8, give or take. So that's like 20-something% crit chance. With my 20-something% crit chance, that's like 40. It's not worth it. No, it's not worth switching yet. It's really not. I'll switch when I have better rolls on my stuff. Basically, that's gonna be the plan. Back to the pit. Actually, not yet.
Father bless. What do you need? Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
The forge is hot. Oh, we finally have a pole arm though. With having a pole arm, we're going to keep it. I don't fully care. It's a pole arm with dex. It's not ideal, and we're probably going to replace the overpower if we ever used it, but we're going to keep it.
Let's go salvage.
Nobody walks anymore.
Yeah, you got that right. Nobody walks anymore. I'm back.
ready yet.
Oh, we have a damage. We have a damage reducer to kill. Honestly, as I level up that one glyph, I can genuinely feel this one, I guess, dungeon becoming that much more like quicker to clear. So I guess I've underestimated just how powerful said glyphs are. I really have. Maybe it's just my head.
Not ready yet.
I know why I'm getting poisoned so much in this map.
I need more time.
Like, I'm getting poisoned way more than I typically would.
I need more time. Need more time.
Maybe there's just a lot of things that have poison in this map in particular. I just want to see how well they perform. Maybe the problem with the automated build is they don't stick to one target. Maybe that's what's wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of things here that are poisoning. Let me watch what it does here, or how well it infects. Yeah, is there any reason you're not like popping? Heck, you didn't even reinfect there. You have a 68% chance to reinfect, my guy, and you just did not. I don't get it. I do not understand when he does that.
Need more time.
I guess it's when I really have a higher crit chance that I can feel it. I can really start judging the reinfecting. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Need more time. Need more time. ready yet.
Stand together!
Not ready yet. It is done.
Feast, lamb, feast.
Can't carry anymore. Can't fit that in the bag.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
Good place for us to regroup.
What are you up to? No sugar. No sugar. I'm not even scared. Cause two can play that game. I'm back. Where were we? Let's see how fast we clear it, I guess. How long have you been gone? Not long, I don't think. Was I muted? I've been complaining about bugs all this time, including during the Hell Tide. I don't know if I was muted then. Maybe I was. In any case, it doesn't, like, what I said can be summarized, so the bugs don't make sense. Oh, I was muted for a while. Oh, Unfortunate. But yeah, I've been here. I've been talking to. I've been losing my mind at the bugs. Absolutely losing my mind. Because they don't make no goddamn sense. They don't. They really don't. But yeah, what I was saying is the bugs don't make sense because whenever I am in a boss fight, they just are not self-propagating. Like if you look here, I have 2 up. These 2 should have a 68% chance per hit, and you're hitting more than, like, let's just say on average once a second. They should have a 68% chance to reinfect the enemy with Touch of Death, which would then create another swarm. But look at this. They are not infecting, right? It is not happening. Same thing happened on the last boss. I create the 1, and then it starts off creating Touch of Deaths. Like this one is going to go into 2, it's going to have 3. The first one popped. Now there are 2. These 2 are not going to create new ones. So my hypothesis was, oh, maybe it is a case of when I create a Touch of Death swarm, that one can self-propagate, and then when it gets replaced, the ones created by swarms cannot propagate themselves. Like, okay, but then the moment I go to the dummies in Kyovashad, they are permanently self-propagating themselves. They are replacing each other. They are all of that good stuff. Exactly what I'm expecting to happen. But the moment I'm in the open world or anywhere else, that is not the case. And I don't understand. Oh, I just hit for 12.9 million. Not bad. But that's an overpowered crit. In any case, the moment I am in the world, it just becomes not possible, and they just end up dying out. And I don't for the life of me, I can't understand why. I also thought, okay, I've been trying to rationalize it. Okay, maybe it means that maybe what it means is I have to infect the enemy first, then my subsequent hits would apply would reinfect, right? But here's where that also falls on its head. If that were true, then when I do the same thing with dummies and I switch to a different dummy, now it's a new dummy. This one has not, I have never poisoned it. I have not used Touch of Death on it. But it has no issues self-propagating because it's working as intended, right? It has 0 issues. It just continues doing what it's doing. It keeps reinfecting and applying, reinfecting, yada yada. It keeps doing that. But the moment I go to actual enemies, it just stops freaking working. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand it. Like, now I have 2. These 2 are not going to infect. I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense why. Why are you not reinfecting? Why is it that y'all are dying out? Why do you not replace yourselves? Why? 1 is left. This one's about to die. Becomes 0. 0. But again, I create a swarm. It has no issues. Like, the swarm is coming. I create the swarm, and I go and watch how quickly I go from 1 to 3. That doesn't make sense. You see, that also doesn't make sense. I went from 1 to 2 to 1. It had enough time hadn't passed to where it should be expiring. So, like, why did I lose 1 there? That made no sense. Was it replaced early? Why was it replaced early? It should only be able to be replaced by being overwritten. So how does that work? I've tried to make sense of this, Diablo. I really have. But like, there's just so many bugs
more time.
Like it's so rampant, it's not even funny. Like it's so bad.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Like, why do you make no sense, my guy?
Quite the challenge, eh?
Not ready yet.
I don't have any swarms up now. Why don't I have swarms up? There is no reason to not have swarms up. There is no reason I keep going from 3 to 2. It doesn't make sense. It's not making sense. Why am I lose? Like, whenever I'm on 3, why do I go down to 2? That's another question I have. I'm on 2 right now. Why am I on 2? I'm on 3. I'm going to go down to 2. Why does this happen? Am I reducing my max swarm somewhere? I don't think so. I'm on 3. Why am I going down to 2 again? Like, it's so consistent in being bad. But yeah, was what I was, I guess, losing my mind on being muted and all. Now y'all know, y'all get to be mad with me. And again, I think I also said something about the last fight where I don't know if I was muted then or not, but in the last boss fights, when I used Touch of Death, I used my ultimate a total of 4 times after Touch of Death. And the way it's supposed to work is every single time I use Touch of Death, then my ulti, it's supposed to reset my Touch of Death and give me 3 free casts. But out of the 4 times I use my ulti, it only actually worked as intended a single time. One single time. Like now I'm already down to... I just infected them. 3. I'm down to 2. I'm never on 3. Like, why do I not have 3? Make it make sense. I genuinely would like to know. Like, I'm trying to understand it, but it's not making sense. It's not stable. Because the moment I'm in Kyovashad and I go straight to the dummy, the exact same fucking thing is gonna happen. It's going to work as intended. I'm going to stay at 3. They're going to reinfect constantly. Like the exact same thing. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why it's doing this. But yeah, D4 bad. I'm going to try something. Now it's on 3 and it's staying on 3 and it's propagating as it should. And just in case you want to know how how it looks like when it's now, the only pops you hear are when it replaces itself. That's the only time you hear a pop. All these pops are it's replacing itself. So I'm always on 3 because and then just popping. But the moment I go to the open world, it just falls on its head for some reason. This is a different dummy entirely. I have not hit it once. It has no problem propagating. Still 3. They're still replacing themselves. Life is still good. Multiple. Look at how quick the health is falling because of the replacements. They are replacing themselves. It's doing its thing. Why can this just not work in the open world? Can someone explain that to me? It is what it is. It's just one of those bugs, eh? And I've tried it in the pit. It does the same thing. It just stays on 2. In the Hell Tide, it was the exact same thing. It stays on 2. Heck, I can probably even remove this guy and put something else, and it would still stay on 2. Can't believe the Spiritborn is so bugged. It is wild. Like I'm just like everything I have. Like, how is it that every single thing I'm like, if everything is not bugged, how is it that every single thing I have tried has had multiple very apparent bugs? That is my question. How? I think I go Edge Masters, to be honest. But yeah, it's where is exploits? There we go. So now I just need to make sure I have enough strength in its range. So where is the strength? Here. Here. Here, yeah. That's how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, it does its thing in there. But if I go out here and I find a random monster and I infect said random monster, I have 1. I think it becomes 2, hopefully. It does not become 2. It stays 1. It doesn't reinfect. And it's just going to die off by itself. So what we're going to do, let's also just try this. Let's remove that. My guy, chill. We have 1. It's hitting, by the way. It's not like it's not hitting. It's hitting. It's not. It's. We have 2. We actually have 2 now. Are we gonna get to 3? It doesn't look like we get to 3. Yeah, we're down to 1 again. We're down to 1. Are you gonna infect? Nope. And again, I remind you guys, this is a 68% chance for it to reinfect on hit. 68% chance to reinfect on hit. It is not infecting. While the swarms are out for 20 something seconds, by the way. 23 seconds, I think, is the current duration. There's 2. Can we get 3? No, we cannot. We're gonna be on this 2 forever. it has not once gotten to 3. Keep that in mind. There has been no time it's gotten to 3. You know what we're gonna do? This might be not the smartest thing to do, but let's just see. Let me just at least try to isolate it in case it's equipment that's causing it. Let's destroy all of these. Resource cost reduction. This is also a quarter stuff. Okay, cool. I really wanted the expansion campaign to be good. I mean, it's decent if that helps, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off everything I'm wearing. Like everything. We're obviously going to mark it as favored so I don't accidentally forget. Everything there is. Then we're going to just try to, because it's a weapon that has the chance to reinfect at the end of the day. I am moving so fucking slow. I have one. I have just the one. And now I have the nothing.
Not ready yet.
I have one. I have 2? 3? They replace themselves. And now nothing. Now I'm down to nothing. 0. So like, how does that work? Okay, we went to 2 for a split second, and now we're nothing again. Don't make sense. It just don't. But fully checked out and stopped caring when Nero started going on rants about how we'd unfairly trust this whole burden on her, except we never put anything on her. Lol. I mean, we didn't exactly ask her to steal the stone and go off on her own. We just said, like, you know, what we're gonna do with the soul stone, I don't know. I don't think we had answered. I think we said we would leave the decision to her. And then she stole it. And it's like, why did she have to make the decision? It's like, we didn't say you freaking steal it. We said make the decision. You made the decision. Okay, cool. I'm not pointing fingers here. You don't see me? Like, you don't see me pointing fingers? Keep in mind, if I use any other weapon, it would not reinfect. So like in here, again, it is working as intended. But anywhere else, it is not. Literally anywhere else, it is not. Now we have 2. And now we have 3. And now they are replacing themselves. As they should. We got 3. Are they going to infect and replace? Let's find out. Huh? They're dying out? They are replacing themselves as expected. They're not replacing themselves as often as I would think. But they are now. Like it seems like it's ramping. And again, just by virtue of it, there are 3 of them, whereas typically there would be nothing. They're not infecting. Why are they not infecting? They're not infecting. Like they kind of are. Not as often as I would expect, but they are. So if I go to normal now. Nothing. Man. Lordy, Lord. It is just so sad. It really is. It is so sad that it right now it is just choosing to, but I guess choosing is the wrong word. It is just bugged out the ass like everything else. Another bug? Yes indeedy, another one. Every single it feels like every single build I have tried has had a bug that almost breaks it, if not breaks it. The centipede is still bugged. Like that's still not going to work. But like it almost feels like a targeted attack at this point. But I guess I guess it's not really targeted if let's say they throw a nuke on a country you knew they're going to throw a nuke on, and you just so happen to be there. They didn't target you, my guy. You just went there, and I guess this. I took the risk of going to a new class, and this is what I get. Let's remove the other burst because we don't need it. Okay, so these guys, the only time they would burst is if they replace themselves. So let's see if they burst. We have 2, good sign. We have 3. Replacement. Okay, cool. Replacement. Good. It's working as intended. Let's go to a normal training dummy now. Yeah, hitting. Are they gonna replace themselves? The answer is seemingly no. Yeah, then they're not. You're not. Am I a joke to you, my guy? Genuine question, because like I got this to hit chance for touch or death to infect twice with masterwork. Twice. This is an irreplaceable weapon to me. My man is being scammed for his expansion price at this point. Yo, I just want to play a game. I legit just want to play a game. Can you let me live? Can I just game, please? They are all overpowers and they are all... These are all overpowers. Is this because the one I hit was an overpower? So it's snapshots? Like, look. They're all overpowers and they're all crits. I have nothing forcing overpowers, nothing forcing crits. I think this is big. Huh? The only way this makes sense is the hits the touch of death hit I did on the enemy overpowered and crits, maybe. And that caused that one to be an overpower crit, and it spread to others. It reinfected and created this overpower crit chain. Unless my next attack is guaranteed to overpower and crit, which I don't think it is. Yeah, there's nothing guaranteeing. There's nothing guaranteeing it. TLI will save us. Then we play League till PoE 2. Alright, let's see if this holds up. They're still overpowers, they're still crits. But now they're not replacing themselves. What if I switch it back to elites? Nope. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do. What can I do? I'm thinking about everything that could be a problem. The things that could be causing the bugs. Okay. This is exploit. We're going to unequip it. We're going to unequip you. We're going to unequip you. Unequip you.
I'll protect us.
Keep in mind there's a bug where when your life gets drained by jacking shell and you take a healing well, it doesn't replenish your life. Keep that in mind. That's also another bug that there is. Like, okay, we have this going on. They're all replacing themselves. That's good. Why is it that the moment I switch to dummies, to new targets, they just like no can do. They're not reinfecting. So yeah, we have it. Yeah, we have it. Like, that's all I need to say. Where is the exploit? Put exploit back in here. Put, I believe it was Bane here. Then Spirit was here. And then here was Festa. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was an overpower hit. Are you going to only overpower? Let's see. Oh, look. It does. So whenever I hit with an overpower, the touch of death is always going to overpower. It's just overpowers now. All three of them that came from that one are all overpowering. Which is an interesting development because even the poison... Okay, I guess they're not poisoning right now, it's just hits, right? The hits are just... Also, are you noticing something? How are they hitting like all of them at a time without the explosion? If the hit is just a single target hit, they wouldn't be able to hit the entirety of like everybody at the same time because there'd only be 3 targets, right? But it looks like anybody within their AoE is getting hits. Every second you're getting hits. See what I mean? Like no one is being replaced right now. They're all hitting within their AoE. Which means there's even less reason for them to ever have a situation where they die out. They should always get... Like, look. They're still working with the boss dummy. But then it's like the moment I switch to elites, not boss, it all just fizzles out of existence. Now it's working. I don't know why it's working. Switch to normal. Now it will fizzle out of existence, right? No, it's still working. Back to elite. Now it's not doing anything. It's not infecting again. Whatever, man. Whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Like, all I ask is for it to make sense. And it looks me dead in the eye and says, fuck you. Oh, I just had one request. Just one. Makes sense. But no. No, it shan't. It shall not make sense. It refuses to its very depths to make sense. It will never make sense. It is not begging for my attention. It doesn't need me. So therefore, it will not make sense. It will throw all the temper tantrums it wants. Because why not? It will bug out as whenever and wherever and whenever it wants at any moment. And there's nothing I can fucking do about it. This is essentially what it's telling me. This is pretty much what I fucked up. Ah. I didn't put this back. But it's fine. I guess we'll test what it looks like in a map. Nothing is dying. Why is nothing dying? Because low-key, the upgrade was carrying the build.
Not ready yet.
Quite the challenge, eh?
I have a theory as to why it felt that bad. Why it felt that bad is this makes it burst every second, applying 30% of its base damage as poisoning damage, right? Every second we're applying 30% of its base damage. This means over the course of 5 seconds, if one is alive, it has essentially applied 150% of its base damage as poison damage. Now, whenever I crit, I'm going to make them do that damage instantly. And if I have two of them up, then this is 300% of its base damage as poison damage. They're just that the enemy has that just popped. So it is in fact not the pops from the touch of death being overwritten that is happening, but rather the pops from just making the poison damage it's applying to the enemies apply instantly that is killing the masses, which is a problem. Like now it's all applying the poison damage and it's all getting hits with crits, so it's all happening instantly because bugs. What's up, Doc? There are very few times, like, the more I watch this, the more I realize, like, there are very few times I actually have 3 swarms And the reality is I should always have 3 swarms. Like, the way it is designed, I'm supposed to have 3 swarms. But at some points, I stopped having 3 and started having 2. And I do not know when that happened.
Need more time.
I just don't know when it started happening this way. I wish I knew. Because I could be wrong. I could indeed be wrong. But I don't think I am. In when I say it wasn't always like this. And while I was leveling, I'm almost sure I didn't have to deal with this. Like, I'm pretty sure I had 3 while I was leveling because it was more important then, without the chance to reinfect being a thing.
I need more time.
Oh, man. All I can say is you love to see it, I guess.
Not ready.
Like I said, I'm on 2 again. My 3rd one just disappears. Like, my 3rd one is being... It essentially explodes, but doesn't get replaced or something.
I need more time. I need more time. Not ready yet.
But yeah, it is not a fun experience having to deal with bugs. I'll be very honest. Because the moment I realized, oh, something is bugged, in that it's bugged to the point where it probably just ruins my plans for my build, I lose all motivation to even play it.
Not ready yet. ready yet.
Why did it still reset my Scourge when the last skill I had used was my Touch of Death? I used Touch of Death. It's still replacing my Scourge. I'm getting to the point where I'm about to just say I'm done. I'm getting to that point very quick. My mind can't take much more of this. It cannot. I'm sorry. I can't handle this. I can't keep handling this. Try not to lose my shit, but like, god damn, this is terrible.
Not ready yet.
Really try.
Not ready yet.
Touch of Death, then ulti. Okay, cool. It actually worked. Oh.
I need more time.
I'm going to have to actually watch my clips from this weekend, because I think I started playing this weekend, right? Like, not weekend, but before the patch. I'm pretty sure I started playing this before the patch, because like I have a feeling this was not this broken before the patch, and then the patch that fixed Kepeleke or whatever it's called,
Not ready yet.
with, I think it was bugged to where Quill Rain or something wasn't working with its chance for it to double hit or something, and they fixed that. So unless like something there broke this, I don't know, because I feel like it was working decently well before. Jeez. Watch how I wait until Touch of Death, then I ulti. We for one still have 3. We actually still have 3 things.
Need more time.
I don't think it's gonna propagate itself though. I think it's going to die before I can see. Yeah, we're down to 2, so kind of did. What do you mean upgrade failed? This was when I was supposed to get to legendary, but with the upgrade fail, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Like, holy shit, man. It is Okay, I'm done for today. I can't handle much more. We'll be back tomorrow with more D4, potentially maybe PoE. I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm genuinely trying to finish the battle pass. I'm trying to just stick in there, you know, have fun. But like, it's so freaking bad. Like I can't really stand how bad it is. Like I'm genuinely trying to see the bright side. And okay, I'm trying to have fun in the game where I think it's easier to not have fun than it is to have fun in current D4. You know, I'm trying, but it's not meant to be. Cause like it don't make no fucking sense. It just don't. It just does not. None of it makes sense. I'm actually going to just like I'm going to review my past streams of probably off stream or tomorrow, and I'm going to see if it was this bad as of which day was that? Let's just say Tuesday, Wednesday, because the patch came in on, I want to say yesterday was when the patch came in. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Let me just open patch notes for D4. D4 patch notes came on the 17th. That was yesterday. Yes, so it did come yesterday. And I don't know. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, probably more D4, probably. So till then, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Arcane, PoE2 will save us. Surely. Surely we don't have to deal with this much longer. PoE2 is right around the corner. Anyways, good night.